And I gotta make like the introduction. Hi, I'm Tall Mike, aka Tall Meezy, aka Tall Kush, anybody that don't know me. I thought about it, me paying $15, that's the price of a CD in a store. I used to pay $15, $20 for a CD, fool. I was that motherfucker to go buy it from the store. I bought so many CDs in my lifetime, bro. I spent so much money on CDs because I love fucking music. Like, I'm listening to music non-stop on Spotify. When I go to work, I'm listening to it all the way to work, and then I turn my shit off. I fuck around on my phone. But when I get into work, I turn my speaker on full and I instantly put on Spotify all day. All day. Except for break and lunch, my shit's playing music all fucking day. I'll play your shit right here at work. Slapping your shit, fool. And I'm welding. My boss don't say shit to me, fool. The only shit I'm not allowed to play is Too Short. Alright. Let me roll up this. Yummy yummies.
So, do you remember when you first met Justin?
You started it now?
So the beginning, actually.
Yes, before I was Justo's buddies, I rented a room from Rick when he was 16.
So what?
Back in the day when he was just first started making beats on Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops fucking program. I even helped pay for that way back in the day. I believed in this guy, talented. And then he was always recording people and making beats, and then I moved away for a while and ran into his pops and fucking told me where Rick was staying, and I fucking went over there and his fool had a studio set up, and then I started hanging out over there, and Rick would sometimes bless me with CDs of people he was recording and fucking with, even though he wasn't supposed to give it out. He hooked a brother up because he knew I had a system in my shit and I could go slapping, and I was honest with him and told him what hit and what didn't. I was a car test. I was a sound man.
You're like the ultimate car test.
That's right. I'd tell you if your shit slapped or if it was boo-boos and made that pucka 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 sound, you know?
You were the one who was like, nah, you gotta have that right.
Yeah, you gotta have that right hit note, low note that just rumbles your shit.
A certain note on that 808.
That's right.
Does that thing.
And then I fucking finally got to hang out with him and smoke. And told him I was a fan, I liked his shit, and we became buddies, and I gave him a bunch of music he had. And then Potty started showing up around the studio, and they used to always sit around a table and fucking freestyle and shit, so, you know, I was hell into their music, and I got blessed enough to ask to make their label, which to write out Filthy Fetty Veterans, which was tatted on Rick's arm and tatted on fucking Justin's arm, you know, and then they had it on shirts and shit, and I used to go sit at tables at like Britannia Arms, and fucking there was another place, and I'd sit there with like a poster of the Filthy Fetty Veterans, and I would sell shirts and shit, and used to have little Cito hanging out by the side of me asking me wanted to hit my weeds, and I'd tell him he had to fuck around, wait till he's 18 to fuck around with me, you know what I mean? He was a little youngster back then, you know, but they used to sneak him into the clubs, into the fucking shit and the shows and shit, and we'd always hang out around, and, you know, was really idolized Justin a lot. And, yeah, I have this old relic even that I got from Just hella years ago, back in 2006, and I still have it, but I'm gonna bless it to his brother so he can have some memorabilia of stunt, you know. That shit was raw though. Made it on bandana and shit. Had the little dude yoking out the car and shit, doing the fucking burnouts. You know, that's Bay shit. Used to fucking do concerts and shit. And they had that concert at Britannia Arms where Just introduced me to Burner way before he was famous guy and did cookies and all that bullshit.